You kept rolling snake eyes. One too many. One too many times.
Is it possible that each moment of every day of our lives is actually happening inside of a simulated reality that looks and feels totally real to us?
You've reached Beyond Flat Earth, live every Wednesday night on the Awake Souls channel, 8 p.m. Central. Only Beyond Flat Earth.
Your best community for top news and information regarding Christianity, simulation reality, and Flat Earth proves.
Only Beyond Flat Earth. And we are back. How's it going, brother? This is the Limitless Channel, always joined by the host with the most, Jason Laufenberg of Awake Souls. How you doing?
Oh, thanks for having me on today, brother.
Glitched out the intro, everybody. Forgive me.
I was trying to get a hold of you.
I saw the message. It's
but you were probably busy sharing the stream, and I know how hard you work, brother, to try to share the message. So yeah, we're a couple of carpenters. We just do the best we can, but look at the digs that we're in right now. You're doing incredible.
We're doing everything that we can. Yeah, Yahweh's daughter pointed out the song was called Snake Eyes. Yes, the main theme was in the song that the character that the woman was singing about kept drawing snake eyes, and I do feel that Jason and I have been given a task where we have to draw snake eyes. We have to literally go in and find who's lying, who's telling the truth, who's sharing what, who's doing what, and try to stand up for what's right.
Yeah, so some people might be asking themselves, why are we always calling people out? Why is it always attack, calling people out? Well, we've been doing this all along because we realized that the AE mapping model didn't work. We had realized the Earth was flat. We figured out that model didn't work. We figured out that it was, a free Masonic false model. And then we could see the people that were promoting it, that they were Freemasons, Jesuits, Rosicrucians, Knights Templars, CIA, Mossad, Satanists. That collective group has all been promoting this AE Mappa model, and we've been calling that out because we've seen that what they're trying to do is attach the Bible to the Freemason AE Mappa model, because what they're here to ultimately do is to destroy flat Earth, because all these people were supposed to wake up to the AE Mappa model and believe that. Then when it's proven so simply that it's impossible, you blow up flat Earth because it had a invalid false model, but they were trying to link it to the Bible to destroy Bible credibility all at the same time as well. And that was their plan. We've been calling it out the entire way, and the group's been splintering off. And now all of a sudden we're in a time period where, like, the last splinter is we have Nathan Roberts, who's playing the part of a Christian, right? He's breaking and he's calling out the rest of Pat and the rest of this crew as Satanists. He's splintering off. So we have nothing but Nathan and Dean Odell left that are still claiming to be Christians, but they're AE Mappa model supporters. And so this is really like the last faction being splintered off from this whole PSYOP. And we just got to stamp it out. And then that's it. There's really nobody left.
Well, it goes a little bit deeper than that. This is what I believe. What I believe is that if Nathan Roberts was the one that was chosen by their crew to go against them, to be the counter, to point out stupid things and to continue to promote the AE map and model still. And we're really glitchy. I don't know why we're so glitchy tonight. Super strange why we can't get, whenever we do anything, they always got to mess with our stream. It's freezing really bad. I don't know what to do. Should you call back maybe? I don't know. Maybe it's my computer. It shouldn't be, but it's super frozen. I don't know if we want to.
Yeah, I'll end this call and I'll call you back.
Okay. I'll just keep chatting. So, that's what I believe that's going on is is that, that there's a group of people that are trying to mislead people, and how they're doing it is, that's much better. There we go. Let me get this better up here. I have it on full screen. Yeah, they're leading people down the. Oh, it started to sketch out again. It's just annoying me today. I don't know why it has to be like that. But so basically, if you want to screen share, Jay,
Sure.
did you want to get into some clips? So Nathan Roberts is the guy that's, he's been warned about all this, and he just, he's not getting it. He's really not. So we're going to have to get into some of the reasons why while I try to fix my technical issues here.
All right. So what I want to do here is just point out a few things about this Nathan Roberts. Let's take a look at him from, here's his YouTube page. And if we go to the About, we're going to see that he joined July 3rd, 2016. All right, we're going to see his related channels. He's related to Celebrate Truth, Richie from Boston, The Constable, Jeranism, Flat Earth Brothers, and Rob Skiba. That's the related channels. And then if we look at his videos, let's sort this by the oldest. We're going to see here that this video is his oldest, that was published on July 28th, 2016. So he just jumps on the scene with a video that's got 57,000 views. He's got no other content. He's got a web domain, the flatearthdoctrine.com. He's the guy that he's got t-shirts. He's got the cross on everything. And he's memed up Bible says flat earth. Bible says flat earth. Bible says flat earth. And the cross everywhere. And the Bible doesn't say flat earth. You can conclude from the Bible that the earth is motionless. And then from being motionless, you can conclude that it's the sky rotating and not earth. You can come to all those conclusions, but it doesn't say flat earth. And so he's memetically attached to this, and a large group of the AE map and model supporters, Christian or not, sport this stuff because they're memetically tying this all together. Bible says flat earth, but he's only an AE map and model supporter. Take a look at this. If you look at his content, the only way to prove earth is not a globe. What? False dichotomy. Here's the Freemason AE map model where the sun and moon are doing circles. We just had the equinox where the sun rose 90 degrees east, set 270 degrees west everywhere in the world. The most northern latitude to the most southern latitude, 90 to 70. And that's not possible if the sun and moon are doing circles. All right, so this is ridiculous. Look at this content here. It's all AE map and model crap. This shill stuff, AE map and model. And then you get into this look. Does anybody remember this look on Nathan Roberts? Because you probably know him now. There you go. Oh, he came out as this guy. This is a Freemason pose right in his thumbnail. Right there. It's all AE map and model stuff. And look at these thumbnails. Flat Earth deception. Flat Earth deception. He's got 3 of them here. What does flat Earth deception mean? All right. It would be globe Earth deception. It would be flat earth truth, right? No. Nathan says flat earth deception. So he's not a real flat earther. Right? He doesn't play this character anymore. He's not nerd boy Christian anymore. Now he's angry, pumped up, fighter Christian. He's already at conventions. He came out of nowhere. There, he puts up a little bit of footage here, and all he does is beg for money now. It's Patreon me this, support me this, super chat me this. He actually sells. We documented this out in the Myrtle Beach area. He was going to sell research tours, right, where he was going to give you a guided tour, and he was going to you could rent his camera, and you could get the footage if you provided your own card, or he would pay. He had this all figured out. He's out here to sell the truth, and he takes you only so far. When it comes to flat Earth, sure, yeah, he'll say Earth is flat, but then he's going to point to you. This is the floating pancake. This is what is in the Logan Paul thing. That's the floating pancake. That is the Flat Earth Society. So if you're a flat earther that promotes this in any sort of way, you're a Flat Earth Society member. You've been played that, yes, Mark Sargent truly is the head Flat Earth Society member. He's been lying to you. It's pretty obvious the way he showed up and all the hit pieces against Flat Earth. Do a search on YouTube right now for Flat Earth, and you're going to see Mark Sargent flying pancake Earth with a dome with ice wall around it. Here it is.
Yeah, you got it, brother. That's so far so good.
He's got the Gleason map up behind us. So oftentimes Nathan, when he's talking about the scriptures, is he's telling you the truth scripturally, but as he's doing that, gaining your trust, he's ensnaring you into the Flat Earth Society.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the background on him, and it's all super well documented. And so, I don't know, we've been following him. We engaged with him. Ronnie, you noticed that he was doing activism, mm-hmm. and that he was a Christian, and you immediately reached out to him. And we interacted. We invited him onto a hangout with us. And it didn't go so well. As soon as we started pointing out that we're flat earthers, we're Christians, but we figured out that the AE map model doesn't work, and we're out here to call out all those people that both are admittedly non-Christians, admittedly, or the ones that say that they're Christians and still promote lies and deception. Mm-hmm. So either way.
Yeah, totally. I got some things I can share, and then maybe you can share some stuff after as well if you want to switch over on the screen share. We'll get this going. I got a screen share for you. Yeah, it's funny the glitches that start, right, that we never really have. It makes me laugh, but that's all right. I have to keep my bandwidth low, so I turn my camera off. Let's see here. So we should be up. Everybody can see. You see the CN Tower? That's a pretty big moon behind it, eh?
It's a huge moon.
You're too big there. You took your camera off, eh? So yeah, basically, what I want to go into was, where's the link here? When we had him on our channel here. What did I lose the link? No, here it is. So this is pretty much after after I found him and he was doing his street activism, I asked you, should we have him on? You were like, yes, all in. But we had a little bit of a suspicion that he might have been a Freemason, right? Most people that were out here sharing the AE map and model and promoting Robotham were Freemasons, right? So we brought him on, and it was pretty interesting, Jason. I'm going to play this. Make sure I have the speed normal. You didn't hold back here. So I just want to point out to everybody, this was back on May 30th. This was a year ago, 2018. Okay? So let's get into this. Remember, after this hangout he had with us, he still went on to have like 4 different conferences. How many meetups, how many different hangouts was he involved with the entire Robbie Davidson, Patricia Steer, Dean Odell, Mark Sargent, Rick Hummer, that, just like 5 months ago, they were all at a conference called Skyfall that Dean Odell, made money. This guy has been making nothing but money since this hangout here. You see his shirt, Bible says Flat Earth. He's got some Hebrew tattoo on his finger or something. I don't know. But, this guy, he's out here now acting like a victim when this guy knew all along. So I'm going to play this.
It is extremely confusing why so many around us are, in my opinion, I believe most are just as brainwashed as I was. Well, obviously, there are many who are willfully perpetuating this lie that we're on a globe-shaped spinning Earth. But I think, unfortunately, the worst gatekeepers or the most effective gatekeepers are the ones who are actually blind. And that's the majority of the people on the face of the earth. Because obviously, like we talked about, they don't want to believe that they've been lied to on such a grand scale, or nor can they even comprehend it, that it's even a possibility.
Well, this is probably going to come up again as well. Yeah. But before we dive into topics, because really there's a lot of flat Earth channels out there, but we don't really have communion with them because we're Christians, and they're obviously against the Bible. They are against Christianity. I like self-identify with being on the other team.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Now, what's interesting about that, though, that I'm coming to realize is that, for instance, like Mark Sargent, he obviously is not a self-proclaimed Christian in even the least. But you know what? God is still using him to proclaim his truth.
Okay. So, could I hit the bell any harder?
Ding, 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 ding.
Look at the face on this guy. Look at his face. Can we play that again?
Yes.
Let's listen to him one more time.
And then we'll clip this and we'll make it its own video that we just play.
He obviously is not a self-proclaimed Christian in even the least. But you know what? God is still using him to proclaim his truth.
So Mark Sargent, the creator of the Behind the documentary, Behind the Curve, the guy who's completely ruined the Flat Earth movement, who Nathan now is completely against. So that's the number 2. The last guy that we exposed was Nate Wolf, that Nathan Roberts was the one who brought military-backed Nate Wolf into the community and said that God was using him. And God is also using Robbie Davidson. And now God is using Mark Sargent. Go ahead, Jay.
No. I'm just, you're nailing it. Wow.
Like, how long did that take?
Just Saturday afternoon, we just go through the archives of what we've laid down, and bingo, bango, bungo.
It's great. We had somebody in the comments here, Joshua Benjamin. I'd watch this guy, Ronnie and Jason. He himself was doing some very Freemasonic gestures in the video, and he was. But let's keep going.
Whether he likes it or not, because I saw him mirror a video of a gentleman who was a Christian, born-again Christian, giving his testimony, all from a biblical perspective as to why he believes what he believes. And, while Mark Sargent may think to some level that's complete foolishness, he doesn't make it a complete mockery as Eric Dubay would. And so the guy, he puts it out there and he shows it to his whole audience. So whether he realizes it or not, he is proclaiming God's truth from his word. I agree. There's a lot of people out there who are in the New Age movement and they completely abandon the Bible. But even still, what's interesting is that in the flat earth community, I've found that I have sometimes some of the greatest supporters are not even Christians.
Okay, that should be a huge red flag. And
That should be a huge red flag. Wow, that
right, like if you're getting all this support from all these guys that are like named Lucifer and like hashtag Team Satan, and they're filling up your pockets, you might want to ask yourself, am I actually working for the truth?
Well, that's the funny thing. I've got one of his more recent, the one that he just did today, where he's starting to call out Pat Steer as a tranny. I'm looking at the people in the chat, and I'm like, so many of these people are not Christians. They're
You got the Wint Jameses, right? The outright super Satanists.
super Satanists.
I'm gonna keep playing this, but maybe I'm gonna speed it up.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, we know what you mean.
And the reason I'm saying this is that it's interesting because God still can use those who are against him for his purpose. Just like Revelation, we know how things are going to unfold. God's already told us how it's going to happen, but God sees the bigger picture. So he's going to let these things happen, let these people make their decisions, but essentially he's going to win the whole thing. He's already won. So there's no debating that.
So, he does speak some truth. Like, that is true. This is what the COINTEL do. They'll give you some truth, and then they'll give you a whole bunch of lies. So he's got to win your trust. Say, God is going to win in the end, right? But meanwhile, he can't show you a verse where the Bible says flat earth.
Oh, and he's beamed it up. It's embedded even on all the Satanist channels. Why do they got Bible says flat earth on it? What?
Yeah, Nathan Thompson has this on the back of his vehicle on his window. Big sticker. Bible says flat earth.
Okay.
But that doesn't mean...
There's a couple of things that when it comes to like the Mark Sargent, and I know the conversation's gonna get there because it's gonna come down to a model, but what I was hoping to get is just your background as far as Christianity, how you got interested, how that
anyone before. So I'm glad you asked. So I was about 6 years old. I came from a family where my mom is a Christian, and her parents were missionaries. They were missionaries out in Guam, and so there was 7 daughters, one of which was adopted, and she is actually a princess of one of the islands there. So they had 7 daughters. My mom is the oldest biological. So they came up in a Christian upbringing. My mom raised me.
Did he just say his mom was a princess in an island in Guam?
That's what he said.
Wow, I don't remember that.
A princess on an island in Guam.
I want to match him, but I don't want any earthly, no princess. I don't want.
Yep.
Wow.
In the church, I came up through a non-denominational background, which back in those days resembled much more of a Baptist look and feel, if that makes any sense, but it just didn't have the name, which now non-denominational doesn't even look Baptist, and in many cases Baptist doesn't even look Baptist anymore. But so when I was about 6 years old, I accepted Christ as my savior, and I had quite a difficult family upbringing. I didn't know who my biological father is, and I still don't. So I had a stepdad who he was involved with drugs and alcohol, and so he actually went to prison for, I think it was 5 years during much of my formative years, and that obviously brought a lot more stress and trials to a family than are already existing, if you know what I mean.
So that's a little bit about him. Let's move ahead here.
Where were you guys located to see it?
We went to Illinois where the X happened. So there was it was in the path of the longest duration, and then 7 years later, right in the crossing point, there's a place where there's like the largest cross in the country on a mountain. And so we had the cross and the solar eclipse in the same shot, just bam.
Oh, cool.
See it from the Father's mouth.
Right. Right. And I stayed narrowly focused in my book on only the canonized, the 66 books, because I know that the audience that we're trying to wake up, that's the only thing that they will ascribe to. Maybe not even any of it, maybe not even all of it within every part, but they at least somewhat feel comfortable with those books, even if they're going to follow it, I don't know, but they don't dispute, you know what I mean?
For us, we have a burning passion to find the truth about everything. That's why Jason's has another channel that hopefully this hangout tonight could go up on that, because it's everything. We don't expect, I got smile.
Wow, what a difference, eh? My face there. I was noticing before how much weight I've lost, and some great clouds behind the. So, we could go through the entire thing, but the one thing that I was trying to bring up here is that we were exposing him to, all of these issues. The fact that there was clouds behind the sun. I want to get to the satanic stuff here. But yeah, this was a while ago, man. What a difference things are now, eh? Look at your background.
Yeah. We were in the process that time. We had sort of, Flat Earth was finished. The AE map and model had gotten broken. Jake, the arsehole, had come out from the popular Flat Earth team and said, hey, this doesn't work anymore. And it was a, I'm sorry, I got distracted. So yeah, Jake at that time came out, agreed with us. He shared a few proofs, and then he left Flat Earth, and we were stuck in this. Hey, yeah, we had exposed all this. The victory was here, and so we were sort of sick of Flat Earth and wanted to move on to new and fresh topics, free energy, getting the community going, organizing true Flat Earth Christians. And so then the fake Flat Earth wasn't gone yet. They hung around after that, just kept on trucking, because they had these documentaries that they were working on. They were working towards this goal. And so we re-engaged with Flat Earth again. I was going to move to the Truth About Everything, and that's the time period that you made the switch from Event Skeptic to your new channel, The Limitless. So I don't know.
Is that when it was?
Yeah.
Wow. It seems like there's been so much. It's been so long since all this went down.
Mm-hmm.
And the production levels changed a lot, the sound, and so that's a great setup. But let's go into this, because there could be so many things that we could do. I'll put this link in the description box and in the pinned comment for this entire hangout. But if you want to go back and listen to it, we were super open, super nice, super caring, and super hard on the truth. And, we got called names. We were harassers. I was Ronnie Harass, because we were showing them that there was a better model.
Yeah, he struck out against us.
Yep.
And it was all over that stupid Freemason AE map and model. I knew it was going to be right from the get-go when he was going to hang with that he was on the wrong team, and we immediately began calling it out at that time period. He's knighted. He was knighted.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Sir
Samuel Robotham.
So here was the contention. This was the one thing that he took and absolutely, if you guys are lying about this, everything else you say is a lie. And as far as I could tell, is the internet was scrubbed, because I remember hearing about Sir Samuel Robotham, Sir Samuel Burley Robotham, who was a Freemasonic debater that went under the pseudonym Parallax. This was what my research showed me. Now, unfortunately, we went and did a deep dive again, and we couldn't find those documents anymore. But it was well known that he was constantly debating Jesuits and Freemasons. That's what he did. So, but the confirmation here, was that one of those stupid things? Why would they make me do this? Pick the storefronts out. I haven't had to do that in a long time, eh? Have you?
No. Well, that is what zetetic societies do. So that's some of the research that Ronnie and I have shown, is that zetetic societies were Freemason societies for the purpose of these debates that were supposedly based in logic and science and the zetetic way, right?
Mm-hmm.
But they were Freemasonic organizations that did fake COINTEL infighting amongst each other in order to support propaganda.
Yeah, it was Robotham who finally caved in because of the observations of a light, a tower. What are they called? I can't believe I'm drawing a
lighthouse.
A lighthouse. And certain distance away, the obscurity of the bottom of the lighthouse, and that was the end of Robotham. When all he needed to realize was we have a circle of sight when we get to that distance, because the horizon meets in the middle of our vision. Anything beyond that point will be obscured depending on its height and your height above the flat Earth. That's all he needed to do. And the way that you prove that is you take a camera, you go to a large building like a Walmart, you put your camera on the floor, you walk to the other end of the building on camera, and you'll notice that up to your knees are almost gone. And if you're a contractor or someone who's ever built anything, when they level the floor, they level it. It is flat, level, not level to the center of the Earth. It is parallel, right? It runs perpendicular. It's a plane. But I'm going on a rant. I'll keep playing here.
False dichotomy that we see over and over and over and over again. The Jesuits.
So you think
about
Gleason
500
as well? You think Gleason as well?
Freemason. We see nothing but Freemason. A Jesuit here and there.
Do you have videos or whatever that you can point people to so they can check out that information or other resources?
Yeah, all you gotta basically do is search what a zetetic society did. And who were the other guys? William Blount. There was Lady whatever her name was. It's all Freemasonic. The whole entire society that carried on after Robotham were all Masons.
And let's talk about the popular flat earthers quick. That it's real obvious, real clear that they're Freemasons. There was a hangout that had D. Marble, Roland Reddy, Rick Hummer,
IPS, Vegan Warrior,
the
and
Freemasons,
and that Subgenius guy with the satanic group that he runs with. Right? They were all Freemasons, and IPS literally called them all out.
And then you got the Marty Leeds 33 degree Mason, right? Or is it Rosicrucian or Knights Templar? It doesn't matter. See, if these people say, "Oh, I'm not a Freemason," but they're a Knights Templar or a Rosicrucian or a Jesuit or something, they may be right. "Oh, I'm not a Freemason," but in a generalized sense, you're a member of one of these secret societies that are all under the same premise and work together collectively.
Robotham had a bunch of artwork that was Masonic as well throughout his books. His just gargoyle-ish type effects. So again, I'm just documenting here that over a year we explained.
You see, like, I have north on the right now. And do you see where east is?
Yeah, I see to the left is south and east is pointing to us. So that's to the west. The arrow is pointing out to the west.
Yeah.
So what we're looking at here, it's the sun rising south here, going up, and then curling down and setting going the opposite direction. If the AE map was real, the sun would be circling up this way. People understand that? This sunrise and sunset in the south destroys the AE map and model.
Well, and the thing is the shadows on the ground prove it. So it's so simple where all you need is some street camera, someplace casting a shadow, and you can sit there and watch time lapse of it, sunrise, sunset. Pick a place that you can get your orientation for sure. It's true north, east, west, lined up. And you can watch the shadows. Real simple. You don't have to travel there. very, very documentable that the shadows are cast just the way this modeling shows. But you'll notice that model is built on a flat plane with the sky rotating around you at your distance to the horizon.
That's correct.
That's how that model is built, and that's exactly that right there is the model that we promote. It is the whole website. We promote that.
Mm-hmm. That's right, and it works, right? And then we went on to show them
because it's doing circles. It would always be rising north of east, and it would always be setting north.
Does people understand that when we have it on the screen here? The sun is rising from the south of South America, and it's setting the orange line. It's going where the orange line is going. The circle would need, without any shadow of a doubt, it would have to be going in a circular motion like this. It would never be spinning off the map and then over on this spot off the map. Not only that, there's no Sigma Octantis or Southern Star rotation on this map. And we showed Nathan. And what did he do? Go ahead.
It treats the sun and moon like they're physical objects, right? That they're physical bodies up in the atmosphere emitting light. That's the way it treats it. And that is atomism. That goes back to the ancient Greeks. They're trying to make them material when we can see that this is all operating in our circle of sight from horizon to horizon, centered around you.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting here. Let's have a listen to this question.
Every single channel that's promoting it actively is either a Freemason or Jesuit or some other sworn secret society adherent, somebody that's sworn an oath to a secret society. And that's interesting. You had that video that you posted today about secret societies.
Oh yeah. My wife, she had found that about which they're not secret anymore, right? they're secret in their oaths and their schemes. You know, so they're all in our face all the time. In fact, I was walking over here at work and someone had a Freemason symbol right on their license plate, so they can buy it so that it's fixated right on their license plate now. It's not just a patch separate from their license plate. It's embedded on the license plate.
Yeah, totally. So what do you think about the Freemasons and the Jesuits? Have you ever sworn an oath to a society?
No. Have y'all?
No.
This guy's reaction is it's not really a funny. It's not a funny topic. These Freemasons and Jesuits have destroyed this reality. It's gross.
Yeah. They're the ones that took it to where it is right now. They're the New World Order. They're a bunch of Satanists. And they've sold their soul to Satan to do what they're doing right now. They truly make me sick.
So, it's just interesting to hear back then, his thoughts and how he was defending Mark Sargent and all that. So let's move on. So I just wanted to make sure that everybody saw that we documented that the firmament above was actually, the word was expanse, the sky, because there's birds and the stars and the sun and the moon in the firmament. They're not in the dome. And this is something else that they're absolutely mocking right now. The ball earthers. Oh yeah, show us the dome, how the stars moving in the dome. There is no dome, it's a sky. Right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no dome. Not one slight bit of evidence of a dome. And the scripture firmament, we know, is a bad translation. Bad.
And we showed Nathan all this. And, he, like I said, he came back with hit pieces because I couldn't show him the exact document that said that Rowbotham was a Mason, even though that if you do some research on the Zetetic Society, you go and do your own research and find out what it turned into. But like I said, all of this was documented. Like, this is where we went through.
Well, we know that he is one of...
Was that you live or was that you in the video?
That was me live. We do know that King James was a Freemason, and that's when the word firmament, which is a bad translation, came in. It's not just one piece of evidence. What you need is hundreds of these pieces of evidence, and you get a context. You can see the whole picture. The puzzle is very clear, and it's all documented. If you actually care, we can show you where it all is. Ronnie and I, we did as true Christians are supposed to do. We engaged with him, talked to him, did it scripturally. He tries to turn around and act like it wasn't. We are true faithful followers of Yahushai, and we know that the AE mapping model doesn't work. We can prove it over and over and over. And anybody, be it one that professes that they're a Christian or not, they're so easy to identify. So we can see right through you. He is one of the worst. I was actually on a Skype call with David Weiss and Jaron, and showed him all the flaws that I was showing you with the AE map and model. Yeah. And Jaron was just like, "Oh man, you ruined my week." And David Weiss was just like, "Oh man, this is terrible. You've destroyed flat Earth." And then they just continued to promote the AE map and model, and all they do is ignore us. And we just continue. If you can see on screen right now, this is Jaron's satanic witchcraft store where he sells witchcraft potions and
serious.
Yeah, he's a total Satanist. All these people are David Weiss. These are true Satanists.
Magic. Here's where on his website here you can buy bat's blood for spells, right? Witchcraft.
And he has a globe on his desk that you zoomed in on.
It's changed now. On his website, the globe has been deflated. It's like lying on the table in a pool of the globe. The globe has been changed. It's a flat. It's down here now. But he has admitted that he went to that Jesuit school. This is what we have. You know that he's a strong atheist and he's a non-believer in the Bible, right? And it's sad that any Bible-believing person would have communion with this guy, because we know that our Word of God says that you shall not worship two. You can't worship Mammon and God. You
can't serve two masters. And Nathan went on to continue to promote Mark Sargent, Robbie Davidson, Patricia Steer, Dave Weiss, Jaron. He was one of the people that spoke in November in Denver at the Flat Earth International Conference. He was a speaker on the second stage.
And if you can show when that all took place after that video,
a year almost, like not 10 months later, that he was still yoked up with all of these people. Mm-hmm. And we went to him in faith, in patience. And we went through this entire hangout. We asked hard questions. This is what we got in return. We got trolled. I'll play a little bit more.
Worship one or the other. And wow. Robbie Davidson so yoked up with this guy. He's not only that, he's an online thief. At least he was until he got into the Flat Earth. He was begging people to help pay his rent, to buy him a washing machine. This guy's got a really bad track record, as well as David Weiss was the one who was promoting the Judy Woods, some sort of Gnostic weapon that they used, when really they used a system of cables where they pulled the top section of the building and it actually did pancake down. I think it's called L'Orange. It's a French demolition style where they don't use any. I don't believe they use very much dynamite at all. And David was fully told about this, and he continued for the next 5 years to say that 9/11 was done by some nuclear weapon. Like Jaron's ripoff report goes forever. I know he's tried to scrub a lot of this from the internet, but it's still up.
So as you clearly can hear, I told him that Robbie Davidson is yoked up with all of these Satanists. We went on to show him that the guy Truth Frequency, Chris Geo, and Bob, they actually believe that some rapes.
Life. So it was okay for rape to happen. That's what these men believe. And it goes.
That's what Baba Glowbusters believes too.
Well, and the guy that runs that network that they're all on. And this is the kind of things that we've been looking for answers, because people like you come to us, Nathan, and you promote all these men. And we're like, oh,
Oh,
does he not?
I gotta play that again. I hate to do this, man, but who is gonna stand up for the truth and just show? Look at how long ago we did this. Way before any of this stuff went down. And you know what? I don't care about views. I really don't. I care about the truth. And it does not matter what any of these Satanists do, or anybody that doesn't like Jason and I because we're Christians or because we call out things. You guys can't stop the fact that we have been right over and over and over again.
well, yeah, we've got the timestamps to prove it. We really do.
And now he's coming out calling all these people Satanists after he's profited hugely.
Well, he's really disseminated a lot of disinformation. He's the guy that has mimetically attached the Bible to the AE map model. He really led that charge, and you can see that the Bible says flat Earth is permeated all throughout their whole disinformation campaign. Believes too.
Well, and the guy that runs that network that they're all on. And this is the kind of things that we've been looking for answers, because people like you come to us, Nathan, and you promote all these men. And we're like, oh, does he not know that these people are absolute Satanists? That
Yeah, this is definitely new information for me.
Yeah.
I worry.
So, ladies and gentlemen, when you have this guy, Nathan Roberts, now let's go to today, because their entire network that we've been exposing for years is destroyed. He comes out here now, and he's gonna let's listen.
Yeah. So, anyways, I'm just saying that Robbie Davidson, he doesn't have a clue.
He doesn't have a clue, but a year ago we told you this, and you've been working with him for the entire year. I gotta calm down. I'm starting to yell. My spirit just, it's like I can't stand people that lie and act. This guy's an actor.
He's still getting punked. He's getting punked by a bunch of, at the very least, Satanists and high-level Freemasons, all because of he's interested in.
So the guy who, when we confronted him over a year ago about all this stuff, oh, that's not what's going on. Do you have any proof? You know, Freemasons aren't that bad. You know, I would choose Mark Sargent over a pastor who believed in the ball earth. You guys heard him literally say this stuff. I just played it.
Yeah. It's all documented, timestamp, signed, sealed, delivered.
And at the very least, making a few bucks.
So who do you think's making a few bucks off of the Satanists? Jason and I, Nathan? Or you? Even though you were told over a year ago, almost a year ago, that these people are all not to be trusted. Every one of them.
And he's still going to be doing the convention circuit, right?
Yeah, he's at Skyfall, the next one with Dean Odell.
And he's still donations, selling stuff, the whole 9 yards, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's move on to the next clip.
You go back and listen to it. It sounded like P, not Pete. Pete. It was P. That's what I heard. Yeah, exactly. The bad acting was funny, and so to me, that's what that was. It was actually pretty funny. So, Robbie Davidson's assessment.
No, it wasn't funny at all.
No.
No, see, that's the thing. Nathan Thompson, all these people, Robbie Davidson, they're all saying, "Oh, it was funny. I died laughing." Man, the stream that Nathan Thompson did.
Oh, it was bad. It was really bad.
All these people, their job is to say, "It was funny. I thought it was funny. Wow. It's hilarious."
No, it was stupid. The acting was bad. The story was unbelievable. His friend did not fall off the edge of the earth. It was retarded. There was nothing that was funny about it at all. Even when I never believed in the flat earth. I didn't even laugh at that. I didn't laugh at any parts of it. None. You know what? I actually felt sad for Logan Paul. Yeah, him and his brother, I think they're products of the Disney MK Ultra mind control. We need to pray for those people because it's easy for us to take the path that we've been given. But, I could imagine someone like that, hey, this social media thing takes off. I want to be a star. Next thing you know, I'm hoisted into that life. And, you fall into a we're supposed to pray for our enemies and those that are lost, not.
Yeah, you can't really feel good about yourself when you're a sellout whore.
No, but I do believe there's a lot of mind control. But the movie was horrible. I felt sad that they had to do it.
Yeah.
Logan Paul's hit piece was worse damage than Behind the Curve.
There was absolutely no evidence for a globe or a ball Earth in that documentary. None. They drove a remote control car off of a blown up beach ball, right? The Behind the Curve documentary, Bob and Jaron supposedly, allegedly, did experiments that prove both the Earth's rotation and the curvature.
Well, I know for sure that, like, on YouTube and Facebook, all the globe earthers are referencing Bob and Jaron as their proofs that we're on a spinning globe. That's a fact. Even though Bob and Jaron don't have any evidence for the things.
Yeah, it was just a story that they made up and made a graphic for. And interesting. Jaron said, interesting, right?
Yeah.
Interesting. So we know which one's worse. They're both bad.
Mm-hmm.
No, he's got it backwards. It's the other way around. Behind the Curve did way more damage because
He's right.
they try to make it smell, look, and feel legitimate. Whereas Logan Paul's thing was a complete joke. It was just for fun.
No. It was mind control, and it was set up by people like NASA to discredit the flat Earth and to discredit your leader, Robbie Davidson, who you've been working intimately with for over a year now, after being told that they're Satanists.
Robbie had to work with Logan Paul to produce that movie. And you can see that what he did is he set himself up as the fall guy for the collapse of the fake flat Earth. It's obvious that they were working together, and by him being the Pope of flat Earth and then being mocked, he was making himself the fall guy of flat Earth.
Forgive me.
That's what he sold out for.
It'll never happen again, he said, right?
Mm-hmm.
Shame on me. Let's move to the next clip here.
Do you see what I'm saying? She only denies being a witch. That's all I'm saying.
So now he's calling Patricia Steer a tranny. How much do you want to... Did we call her a tranny in this?
Probably not.
I don't know, brother. There's a good chance that one of us said it.
Oh, maybe. Maybe, yeah. I might have said.
Or maybe not. Maybe we didn't get into it.
I was really trying to be as kind as I could to him.
Yeah, you were nice.
But still holding fast, knowing that he was an AE Mappa model promoter and knowing that was wrong. But I was trying to approach it as the friendly Christian, right?
Yeah. Hey, there's problems with the map, and they're trying to tie it to the Bible, and they're trying to discredit the creator. We went over all that, the Jezebel spirit and everything. But again, the point that he's trying to make here is now he's jumping on the Patricia is a tranny. He's debunking, and he's saying that Rob Skiba and Robbie Davidson are all Satanists, and everything in that movie was a hit piece in the documentary, and yet he's purposely got his camera set up so that the only thing that was completely in almost every single scene of that movie that Logan Paul did was this wrong, debunked AE Mappa model, which he knew well over a year ago that didn't work. We physically took him through the motions and explained to him every single possible way. Not every way, but a lot of ways.
No, we picked a couple key ways because over the years we've identified at least 100 simple ways to prove that the AE Mappa model doesn't work. Some of them are more complicated than the others, so we've filtered through and just picked out some of the most basic, obvious ones that anybody can do and test and verify in an uncomplicated manner.
Yeah, perfectly said. Perfectly said.
Hey, I'm not saying she's a he. All I'm saying is that Patricia only denied being a witch.
What? When did she say she wasn't a witch? Because she dressed up as Melissa whatever, as a witch.
Yeah, she might have said that she's not a witch, but who knows?
So
she probably did that. That's the way, the trannies talk. I'm not a witch, because inside they know they're a warlock
or a wizard. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know that's the point he's trying to get at, but this guy.
Channel Flat Earth had other hot potatoes, and was apologetic of what had happened, but see, the problem is that he's being apologetic about a movie which he got punked in, but still got a ton of publicity. And he's doing a show with...
Hey, brother?
Yeah.
I'm going to take a quick break. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Doing a show with someone who's obviously a witch, at the very least, if not worse. And he partners with Freemasons and heretics nonstop.
So, it's so obvious. This is exactly what this guy has done for the last year. He's partnered up with Satanists and heretics. And now they've been exposed, and he's trying to save his tail. He's trying to come out, I'm calling these guys out. Even though we have him on Hangout over a year ago, completely knowing that they were all Satanists. We went over it extensively. And we showed him all the issues we had. But yet, you still have him out here pretending.
And yet he's being apologetic for a movie, not even a documentary, about Flat Earth, where he got punked. He's more upset about that than he is the fact that he's surrounded himself with a bunch of witches in wolves in sheep's clothing. If that doesn't, sound the red flag, BS, shill alert, I don't know what will. Or, at the very least, someone who lacks absolutely zero discernment. Zero discernment.
I don't think I could hit that bell any harder. This guy literally is out here saying that Robbie Davidson doesn't have any discernment. Literally, over a year ago, almost a year ago, he was told all of these things way before any of them even happened. And he's calling other people dumb?
And he's done nothing but fight against us the entire way. It's just too obvious who he is.
And it's not like Robbie Davidson hasn't been warned. And
it just gets better every word. You were warned, Nathan. You can't. I guess that's what Satanists do. They just take the truth that they've been caught in, and then they speak it out their ass like they're not saying like it didn't happen that way. They reverse it completely. Like he's now the one calling it out.
They just lie, bold-faced lie, and what they're not used to are people standing up for the truth that actually went through the effort to document it all. It's all documented. We can go back to these hangouts where we can reference it. We got the timestamps for all of what we say. We don't say it unfounded. We knew what we were doing the entire way. We talked amongst each other saying, listen, we are going to be two witnesses that stand here and record and document the truth. We're not going to lie. We're not going to twist it in any which way. And so much of it is just recorded so that it's documented, that it's on record. We have these words from these characters on record. We're not saying stuff without support. All right, that's
No, exactly. You're right. Exactly. That's what we've done. We've documented everything, and we've been so far ahead of these guys. I'll play a little bit more, and then I'll switch if you got some stuff to share.
Yeah.
And been given plenty of opportunity to change his mind on what he's doing and the way he's doing it.
What, like a year or?
From many one-on-one conversations with not just myself. And he has disregarded all of it.
This is his story. This is exactly what you did to us, bro. And that your whole team is burning on fire right now, and you're coming out here acting like you're the one who's lit the match?
And just keeps completely 100% focused on his own agenda.
Oh, man. He's just telling everybody his whole entire plan. It's so obvious.
Oh yeah, I did get your text, Jesus Freak Computer Geek, but I haven't had time to dig into it. Thank you for
Real
sending it
Christian.
to me, though. So Daniel asked, what was the verse again about the not eating the meat? Go to 1 Timothy chapter 4, verses 1 and 2. Those verses right there.
God has everything under.
So go check those out.
Scary.
And it also talks about
wow, that was scary.
there will be people saying that you shouldn't get married and all that kind of stuff. And it seems as though that's pretty prevalent now.
So the other thing that I wanted to point out just before I give up the screen share is he's been vehemently coming out against anyone who believes in the Torah or that is trying to follow the Mosaic laws. I'm not talking about the Talmud. I'm talking about the parable of the vineyard. Their entire Christian Truthers team, as you noticed, I put up a video today that was explaining that the Noahide laws that are coming in are actually going to, kill Gentiles who keep the commandments. So if that isn't a red flag, if I had to choose between someone who tried to follow the Mosaic laws and loved their neighbor and believed that the creator was Yahushai, who most call Jesus or Yeshua, I'm going to choose them over Nathan Roberts any day of the week. I'm not going to choose anyone who yokes up with Satanists and then comes out here without any evidence, without any research. He's never done any research on anything. He doesn't research a thing, people. This guy is nothing but a con artist scammer. He doesn't have any evidence. His one thing that he did with his camera, it showed half the Ferris wheel gone. And he was saying, flat earth. It's the most retarded thing. Everything about this guy. He sells business cards. He sells T-shirts. He sells cups. He's an absolute fraud. He uses the Christian facade as a way to absolutely rape people's money. He's got books for sale that are filled with error, super bad doctrine, and he's tying it into the AEMAP model into the Bible, and it literally does not say flat earth in the Bible. Jason, what do you got to say?
I say this guy's being exposed. And no, he doesn't get the faction off and act like he still stands for the truth. This was all called out in advance. His play is just, it has no clothes on it.
You got the screen share.
All right. So now he's trying to come out against this whole crew, and he wants to spin off and be unaffected, and he was isolated from this whole thing. And he's turned on the old crew in a fake COINTEL PSYOP type way, and he's starting to now show his people, hey, girl got a gun. This might be a tranny. This might be a Satanist, right? And yeah, Pat Steer, tranny, Satanist. The only thing is, we covered this so long ago. If you look at this was on Beyond Flat Earth. This was published April 1st of 2017. And I think this might be when we finally started calling out Pat Steer as being COINTEL. You started it, brother. And then if you go to my channel and you type in Patricia Steer in the search, these are the top 2 videos that come up right here. And well, this one is what really let it off, and the thumbnail should catch your interest because we're actually sharing a set of headphones there. I went to Pat Steer's Flat Earth mixer that she had in Houston, and this was published July 5th, 2017. And so I am the one that, because I met Pat in person. All right, that's
cool.
Let's get Pat looking a little
and some
better.
river proofs and just chilling.
Well, we're all flat earthers,
All right, so
and I don't see there to be any reason for.
So I saw this person in person, was this close to him, and I can say that when I first walked into the restaurant, and I was looking around, I finally saw this person, the gaudy dress. I'm like, that's got to be Pat Steer. But when I saw it in person, it did not look like what I saw on YouTube all the time. The camera, the makeup, the angle, the lighting, all that kind of stuff. In person, you can see here with this down lighting, it looked much different to me. And I spent my time like really paying attention because I knew going into it that there was a high likelihood. And well, I mean, here's proof that I can be a civil person. I'm not aggressive or mean or whatever, but I am a truth researcher, and I'll stand for it. Because then after this, we go back to the other video. You know, I put out a video
on the back of their hand
that references the live hangout. That was streamed live. Ronnie was the producer in the chair, and I was the on-site reporter. And so this was published July 11th, 2017. And I have said publicly that I believe that Pat is a tranny. Here's a picture that was taken of
saw you in person,
Pat and I, right?
Wow. Is that the first mixer?
First mixer.
Wow. That I can't. And you were bringing Clouds Behind the Sun then, right? You brought your laptop into the mixer?
I had my laptop with me, and I had Clouds Behind the Sun. I had just gotten back. I had, just gotten the P900, and I was only back a couple of days, and then the mixer came up, and I brought it and I shared it with the people there. There was probably like 10 guys that paid attention to the footage.
Wow.
That's many of them. But so in this video here, this is all documented. This first mixer, this was the guest that Pat brought with her. This is Omni Eris. See, Omni. And the two were together the entire time. They basically talked amongst themselves. She did a little bit of interacting with the guests, but they were buddy. She sat at the head of the table. Omni sat next to her. They had an established relationship. And it was really weird because she wanted everybody to like introduce themselves going around the table. And she started with Omni, and his intro was, I'm a troll. And I mean, it knocked the rest of us back, because trolls at that time, this is July 11th, 2017. I was still just learning what trolls were. And he said he's a troll. And I'm like, especially being a Christian, I'm like, what's going on?
Yeah. You're like, oh, Satanist, right? Like, whoa, get away from me.
But then afterwards, I did a little bit of research on this Omni Eris, and this is published. His content published on his channel, and he's a heliocentric troll, but one of the most vulgar. He's a faggot, and he's so super obnoxious, super offensive, and he's a globe earth troll. He trolls guys like Daniel Pratt. So you see here, they're together.
To our research into who these characters are.
Hello everyone, it's me, Omni Eris, and this is Patricia Steer from Flat Earth and Other Hot Potatoes. And we have something to say to you guys, okay? The Earth is flat! Okay? And you need to look into it. And if you don't believe the Earth is flat, then you just need to open your mind and reveal the truth to yourself and come out of the closet, okay? Because we know that you're a secret Flat Earther. Alright guys? So, bye-bye.
Bye.
Alright, so keep in mind, this is supposed to be like some 58-year-old woman, and Omni Eris. I would like to hear the chat's idea of how old they think Omni Eris is. Here, we'll play a little bit of him talking here. Well, a few minutes. I want you to see who Pat's friends with.
Hello, my retards. It's me, Omni Eris. And I was just informed by Fractal Truth that I am the winner of an award. The Angriest Flat Earth Rant Award, although I watched just 30 seconds and realized that I didn't actually win. It's a tie. And I'll spare you who the tie is with, but I'm not happy about it, okay? Because obviously I'm better than this person, so there shouldn't be a fucking tie, alright? But that being said, I didn't see anything else, and I decided to stop and just react to it with you guys. So this is Mark Sargent and Patricia Steer presenting the 2016 Flat Earth Awards. You can find this on Mark Sargent's channel. Just because they give me an award, I'm going to strongly advise you to go give this video a thumbs up with all of your various sock accounts. And
he's telling the Globe Earthers with sock accounts to give this a thumbs up.
Number one here.
He connects people. He comes up with incredibly great experiments.
By the way, guys, all the stuff you're talking about,
gravitational waves, comedy/experiments in his recent videos. So Jesse Spots, the fastest rising star, because his channel has just recently, it was always doing well, but recently skyrocketed. And it's partially due to the whole BOB thing, because it's been something he's really been talking a lot about.
Yeah, excellent.
Yeah.
Angriest Flat Earth Rant.
Here we go.
This is a tie, and this one I had fun with, because it's a tie between one pro Flat Earther and one con Flat Earther. So the angriest...
It's not... Well, I don't know. I can't tell if you're using like a play on words to say that if I'm against the Flat Earth, that I'm a con artist. I don't know. That I'm a con artist. I don't know.
Flat Earth Rant goes to, on the pro side, Jake Blastard, from Jake Blastard, and the con side goes to Omni Eris.
That's like comparing to Charles Manson to Jesus Christ, okay? And I'm not Charles Manson in this scenario. Jake, this is going to be bad for you, my friend. If everyone thinks that we are in the same realm, I'm going to have to go ahead and prove them wrong. Now, up to now, Jake, for the most part, I've ignored you. But, I don't know. You've embarrassed yourself pretty badly here on my channel. that might require me to finally put myself above you so that Mark and Patricia can realize that there's no way in fucking hell would we ever be tied about anything. All right?
Which is OMNI-ERIS. So
Completely like
put those two in the same room.
Completely shouting out this guy. This is and we've been, hey Matt, Mark, Pat, well, no, I guess we already exposed them at this point, but there was many other things that they could be sharing. This is what they spent their time doing.
This is who they shouted out. This is their fake COINTEL opposition.
And now it's guys like Hori Sheet Show, right? Same exact character, people. Wake up.
Oh, and there's a new one now, Flat Earth Data. We might get to that.
Watch what happens. I think.
Omni Eris is a very, very talented person.
Patricia, I knew giving you that free pass was a good idea. And I'm glad that I never went and looked for that video, Flat Earth and Other Hot Potatoes episode, where people talk about the gay transgender agenda. I'm glad I never looked at that video, because I still like you. Hello,
the gay transgender video, right? We got the reference.
My retards, it's me, Omni Eris. And I just wanted to let you guys know, I have a big shout out that I want to give to my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Because I've realized, with the help of Jesus Christ, that I no longer have to be a homosexual. And I'm just so happy for that. Because now, I want to have sex with women and stuff. And have babies and stuff. So, thank you, Jesus. And guys, I want to have sex with a woman right now. That's how much I've changed. Okay? I love titties and vaginas. Alright? So, show me your tits, okay, everyone? Alright. And I hate dicks. They're so gross. Bye. And I want you guys to know, I don't agree with all those mean things that Eric Dubé says about you guys. And, in fact, I wouldn't even be surprised if Eric Dubé doesn't fucking believe in the flat earth. I just kind of get that impression that he's just, an insane retard like me. So, I'm just throwing that out there, guys. Takes one and no one. Eric Dubé, probably not a real flat earth retard. Probably just faking it.
Yes.
You're welcome for that one.
Really talented.
He's just so angry.
Well, you might not agree with his viewpoints, because, he's not a flat earther, but just as a talented individual, doing a show, getting a point across.
So far, who have I had on YouTube? Lord Stephen Christ says I'm a talented individual. Montegraph recently. Now you, Patricia. Of course, in the past we have the lovely Flair Brune. Roxanne. You conspiratards love me, okay? You know that I'm here to save you. That's why you love me. Can we all just admit it? I'm just the best, okay? And once again, you guys should immediately feel bad about comparing me to Jake Blastard.
The way he speaks, the way he does his thing. I really like it. I admire it.
Watch him turn. Well, no, he won't.
No. But you know what?
Watch him turn to Flair.
He could.
So Patricia shouted out Omni Eris with that type of praise and admiration. Of course, they were in a car together. Omni Eris, this Globe Earth shill, was saying that the Earth was flat with Patricia Steer, and he was her guest at the first Flat Earth Mixer.
Never know. I don't know. He'd be one to fess up to it.
He's a very intelligent guy, that's for sure. The way
Is this a psyop? Are you guys running a fucking psyop on me? Are you all just trying to build me up so that when the rug gets pulled out from under me, I just cascade down deep into the fucking darkness of oblivion, never to be heard from again? Because I think that you guys probably aren't smart enough to think of that.
he uses humor shows that. Now, of course, he's attacked some people that I really love and respect, and I don't like that. But he also...
Hey, okay, I just want to clarify, guys. When I attack people, it's half joking, okay? And I do get angry sometimes, but I'm really just angry that people can be so fucking retarded. It doesn't mean I dislike the person. Honestly, I don't remember why I didn't choose it. It's not because you were making a great argument for the flat earth.
So kind of made fun of one of my shows too. But I can still say that I like the way he does what he does. Maybe not exactly what he does, but the way he does it.
But I can still say that I like the way he does what he does. Maybe not exactly what he does, but the way he does it.
Talented person. And the talent shines through.
There you go. So you have the last one.
Okay. Well, thanks, guys. Appreciate the award. I accept it wholeheartedly. And I want to say that if you guys want to take this flat earth movement seriously into the future, you need some decent antagonists, okay? So I'm providing a much needed service for your movement, believe it or not. And you should appreciate that. And I think you guys do. You just gave me an award because I'm the best, as I've repeatedly stated. So thanks, guys, for the award. Everyone, make sure you go subscribe to Mark Sargent and give that channel a thumbs up. Same with Flat Earth and Other Hot Potatoes. Patricia, you look elegant as always. And anyway, give this video a thumbs up too and subscribe. Adios.
And here we've got a few clips documented of how Pat made it into the Flat Earth movement. See, it's all documented here, everybody.
And by the way, when you get headphones, just so you know, you won't get any of that feedback every once in a while, because I can hear every once in a while me coming through your speaker. But that's okay, no worries.
Oh, no.
No, you're totally fine. I'm just letting you know that eventually, because you will do interviews. I guarantee it. You will do interviews.
This is my first.
Well, you will do more, and you're going to be able to interview a whole bunch of people before that's over. You'll be able to call up any flat earther, anybody you want. Because I've seen. Look, you know, let's face it. The more transparent you are, because they're going to check into your backstory anyway. And I'm hoping the NSA spent some money this time and got you covered, because as an agent, you know, you got to have a good backstory.
All the dirty stuff's been well hidden.
Oh, good.
I got to be honest. I think you're a spy, but a name like Miss Steer. I mean, come on.
That's why I picked that name.
It's a very, very interesting woman who has come upon the scene, and I don't think she's an agent at all.
I'm not trained in any sort of how to work with the camera or something like that.
Except by the agency, yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah.
So everyone, don't take my word for it. Do your own research. There is tons of conflicting evidence as to the age of this Pat Steer character and the background, the brothers, the sisters, the whole story. There's holes all over the place. Now, while I can't say the age of...
Alright.
Yeah, that was well documented.
I mean, you can... Did anybody in the chat come up with an idea of how old they would pin Omni Eris to be?
No.
Okay. Because I would say that Pat and Omni Eris have got to be same age range. And it's my guess that the two being together, Omni's a homosexual. Pat, every single sign shows that Pat is a tranny. And I think the two are actually together. One playing the Flat Earth side and one playing the Globe Troll.
Mm-hmm.
And they're a team.
Yeah, it's a very good good possibility that they are. Did you have more to screen share?
Yeah, I may here. Let's see here. Maybe not.
Way back.
Maybe not.
I just had something to share about Nathan again. One more thing.
Please do.
Okay, I'll take the screen share. We'll check this out. Let's see here. So, which one was it? It's not this one. Yeah, here it is. Of course, right? He's a racist, I guess. Let's hear.
Sure, he may. Well, I don't know if he's aware of it or not, but that's who he's become. He's the Pope of Flat Earth. Let's
just slow this down.
Even let a Muslim come on there and.
So what's wrong with Muslims? You know, they're allowed to be flat earthers. I'd be more worried about the Satanists, Robbie Davidson, and all the people, Rob Skiba, Dino Dell, you. Right?
Yeah, well, I guess Muslim and Christianity are pitted against each other. That's what the Freemasons are trying to. They want to create like a world war where it's Christians versus Muslims.
Mm-hmm.
So he's just doing what the Freemasons do and trying to build up that divide.
Mm-hmm. Yep. exactly. Just listen to his own words.
Sure, he may. Well, I don't know if he's aware of it or not, but that's who he's become. He's the Pope of Flat Earth. He'll even let a Muslim come on there and talk about Flat Earth. Witches, obviously, Freemasons, people who push Freemasonry. So if you're pushing Freemasonry, obviously they're a Freemason.
Oh, now he's just Freemason crazy.
At the very least, like Marty Leeds.
Gee, that's a hard one to call out.
Jesus, and people who deny the deity of Jesus, such as Rob Skiba, and then of course Zen Garcia. I don't see how Robbie Davidson is going to be able to really recover from this.
He's not, and either are you. You're just as finished as he is.
Maybe more, because we didn't get to have Robbie Davidson come on and get the sound bites of him answering questions from us like we did you. So you get it a lot worse.
It's pretty sad, man. It really is. The fact that this is what I wish more people would start YouTube channels and make videos and record themselves talking and get involved, because the more of us, the better.
But at the same time, I got one more thing to share.
Yeah, and to document everything. I just wanted you to get into that too before the end here.
So in looking for clips for this hangout, there is somebody out here. Patricia Steer confirmed, Freemason 33. Listen for yourself. So this Flat Earth Data, this was streamed live on March 10th, is tearing apart this hangout where it was Pat, Nathan, and Sleeping Warrior. And so he does a pretty good job of showing the connection where, yes, Freemason. Nathan really questions her name, Pat Steer. The video that we just listened to, she said that she chose that name when she came into Flat Earth, Pat Steer. Now she's saying it's her biological name. Nathan says, nah, it's not. And so he's exposing that. He's exposing the Freemasonry, the 33, all that. He's doing a good job with all that. But in his clips, and I don't have the timestamp here, in this hangout that he's covering right here, Pat Steer stops and lets everybody know that Flat Earth Data is the person that is calling her out on these things.
You can search the transcripts.
How do you do that?
Hit the smaller square again.
What smaller square?
The one beside the largest square on the right. Yeah. Just kidding. Scroll down. There should be 3 dots. Right there, click the 3 dots. Open transcript. Control F.
Where's
Type in
the transcript at?
It'll show up.
I don't see it.
Scroll up. There it is. Control F. And then type in Flat Earth Data.
What is going on?
I think you hit Command F or whatever. It's different with a Mac.
Oh, yeah.
It's there. You just got to do the search now.
Oh, there it is.
Search and find in there. You got to do the whatever button it is that you hit to get the search bar up on the right. I use Control F. There it is. And then Flat Earth Data. If she says it, it'll show up there. You got it. Click on anything to start it, yeah.
I am blocked from Russian Vid's channel. I can't comment. I've made a second account called Flat Earth Data. Flat Earth.
He does that.
There's 13 references, so.
Oh, here we go. Let's go. Let's get the context of this a little bit.
I just want flat earthers.
You know, the thing about
don't want
being,
heliocentrists.
my dad owned a radio station. I've told the story many times.
I don't want heliocentrists and I don't want globe deniers. I actually want flat earthers. And there is a difference. There's a difference between a flat earther, a globe denier, and a heliocentrist. And I'm here to set the mark today. And I don't give a shit if I'm losing subscribers. That means I'm losing globe deniers. I want this channel to be truth seekers, flat earthers, people that are not afraid to discuss God, people that aren't afraid to show allegiance to their creator. And that's the problem. People would prefer to show allegiance to Patricia Steere than their own creator that put them here. And that's what's got to be exposed. You are coveting and showing idol worship to people like Patricia Steers when she openly tells you the truth.
And
it's not
I have a picture of his response.
all a conspiracy.
Because they knew that today, in 2019, I'd be doing this. You know, whenever they decided on my name before I was born in 63, went in and decided to come up with a 33 name to name me. So because they knew that today, in 2019, I'd be doing this.
She's got a 33
Does that
name.
make any sense to anybody out there? No.
Yes, that makes total sense. It's all a conspiracy.
Certainly is. My parents were undercover Masons, I guess, or something. Or whoever is responsible for the 33 name.
Now listen very carefully.
I have a picture.
Just that's just your actual backstory, isn't it? I
Yeah.
mean, realistically, your name's not actually Patricia Steere, is
No,
it?
it's not.
It's not actually Patricia Steers. Now check this out. Here's some validity for you.
As it seems.
There's a channel called Flat Earth Data, and I hate to give them any, you know, everyone's going to go subscribe now, like going back to what we were talking about earlier.
Wow. Wow. Everybody's going to go subscribe to him. Well, hopefully anybody with sense understands the context of this whole hangout. You've gotten to the point now where you understand that when she shouts out channel, and here he is, Patricia Steere confirmed Freemason 33. Here's your COINTEL, fake fighter against her. So this guy all of a sudden jumped onto my radar today. I'm subscribed. I'm gonna make sure that he doesn't think that he can step in and be her fake COINTEL. Just not going to let that happen. So I just wanted to shout that out.
Yeah, that was a great share, great find. I think the screen share might have been froze on us, but
Jumped onto my radar.
we definitely could hear it. I think it was Sharon. But yeah, brother, no, I think it was great that we were able to go over all these topics, expose that Nathan Roberts was a wolf in sheep's clothing. He completely knew about everything that was taking place well over 11 months ago, almost a full year next month. And, I'm just thankful that we've at least documented the truth and that we were out here, right from the get-go. We had nothing to hide. We are representatives of Yahushai News Network. We're your best community for top news and information regarding Christianity, simulation reality, and the flat earth proofs. Right?
That's true. That's true. And we're just getting like all the things that we've been doing for the last 2.5, 3 years. It's all coming together now where you and I are really getting a handle on it. We've got the whole picture laid out. We've got the history to go back to, and our technical skills and stuff. It's going forward here. These shills don't have a chance. They really don't. It's just too well documented. So I'm excited. Exciting times ahead.
Yeah, they totally are. Totally are. Thank you for everybody in the chat that hung out with us. And again, like Jason was just saying, the truth always comes out. And if you come out here and you're honest and you speak the truth and you document everything, that's the last thing I wanted you to get to was you were telling me some new changes with the Document Everything crew.
Yeah, the Facebook crew. on Derek Laborde started the group, document everything on Facebook, and I saw today that he's made the group public. So anybody, you can join, document everything. We've got a decent amount of content there. More coming. Right after this, I'm going to be premiering the video that we used last night on my channel. It's the equinox blood moon, and it wasn't foretold by the heliocentric paradigm whatsoever. I've had some trolls come on and say, no, this didn't happen because it wasn't predicted. Well, no, it did happen. It's documented, it's recorded, and so it's going and document everything. We had a blood moon on this equinox. So join the group. You'll be able to see, our content there. We're not going to allow any AE map and model disinfo whatsoever. So it's only going to be true flat Earth stuff. Anything that proves that Earth is flat, anything that proves that the AE map and model doesn't work, that's the content you're going to find there. And no satanic trolling. So it's nice. It'd be a nice place to hang out.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. If I had a P1000, I would be trying to get some footage. I do have a lake that there's a 3-mile stretch of it where the sun does set. That's there is possibilities for me to film, but not right now. But I'm super looking forward to people that are filming. I noticed that Robert Forsch now follows me on Facebook, and I know he was in the mockumentary, in all of it. He was in both. And I'm still going to say I can put all that aside as long as he keeps filming the clouds behind the sun and sharing the truth. That is, at the end of the day, what we witness to is what we actually do, the things that we put our time into. And yeah, Robert Forsch is, I'm still going to be subscribed to his channel, the Truth Channel, which you can't really find it. You have to type in basically Eternal Perspective on YouTube. That's the channel that it's findable. He changed it to Truth, which was, there's so many different channels that have the word truth keyed up. You won't find them. But again, thank you to Spaces Water, Yahweh's Daughter, Lex Van Man, everybody in the chat tonight, Burnt Toast. We really appreciate you guys, keeping the chat going and sharing the streams. We are going to be live tomorrow on the Awake Souls channel at 8 p.m. Central. We'll be going through some scriptures. And I just wanted to make sure that we got out here and documented this Nathan Roberts Wolf guy. At the very end of this, I do want to say, if Nathan Roberts is coming out as a truther and he is truly breaking ties, if him and Dean Odell are truly becoming followers of Yahushai, if they start talking about the possibilities that the AE map model doesn't work and the map that we share has been shown to work, and sharing the truth that we found, I forgive everybody, man. I'm not a judge. If the truth is what I'm after, and at the end of this podcast, with all of the stuff that I've shown with Nathan, I would still like to see him talking about the clouds behind the sun and the moon, and sharing that we're the truth that we found, right, Jay? Like, isn't that what we're ultimately out here for? Like, I don't hate him. I pray for him,
But I mean, if he would at least, why not be willing to even look at the evidence? He comes across like my parents, where they refuse to look at the evidence that we're not on a spinning ball. And so he refuses to look at the evidence that the AE map model doesn't work. Why not just come on, and if he has evidence that the AE map model works, why doesn't he come on and present that, and we can have an actual debate? But it never went down that path because he's got a clear-cut agenda, and he's not gonna stray from it. He's got to promote that AE map model to the death, I guess.
Well said, brother. Thank you, Jason, so much for joining me at this, spur of the moment podcast that I just decided that we had to do. I really respect you for always giving up whatever it is that you're doing to be a part of this truth movement with me. And I'm forever thankful of that, brother, no matter what. And for, all the people in the chat, especially Yahweh's Daughter, lots of good links shared. And from a woman's perspective, you know, her take on Nathan and you know, reconfirming the things that we found, and everybody in the chat all together. We really do enjoy, you know, having you guys involved on our channels. And that's really the ultimate goal, is to share the truth and to be true servants of Yahushua. That's my goal. Thank you, Jason. Where did everybody hear this?
Only Beyond Flat Earth.
Is it possible that each moment of every day of our lives is actually happening inside of a simulated reality that looks and feels totally real to us?
You've reached Beyond Flat Earth, live every Wednesday night on the Awake Souls channel, 8 p.m. Central. Only Beyond Flat Earth.
Your best community for top news and information regarding Christianity, simulation reality, and flat earth proofs.
Only Beyond Flat Earth.